It's me, Francis, again, here for Fashion Fame and Francis. I actually wanted to do another review video since the last one we did on the ARF band's first show at the Blockley was such a hit. We decided to do another one on Jus-O and the debut of his mixtape, King in Time. Now, for those who know me and for those who have been following me either on the blog or through Twitter or social networks, they know that I'm a big supporter of Jus-O. Not only because he's somebody I consider my friend, but also just because I feel like he's a great artist. He's definitely somebody I listen to on like a daily basis. He's something special from the city, and he goes in the category along with the Shawnee Rogers of Philadelphia. And I just feel like he's real and he's something I can relate to, and it's always great to relate to music. So that's why I'm supportive of what he does and his growth and his passion. So I want to do a little like rundown on each of the tracks, what I thought about them, give you guys a little description, all that good stuff. First off, I wanted to start it off with the intro. Now, I just feel like the intro was a great way for people to get like started off and to get a little background on O and what he's talking about. I feel like he did a great job at choosing that track for the intro because it grabs people's attention. It actually starts off with an excerpt from a Tupac interview. So that, let alone, it already draws the people in. And I just feel like he just shows you his progression, his maturity, and his growth within that track and how he's changed but for the better, and he's finding himself as an artist. So I definitely enjoyed the intro. Next up came Focus. Now Focus I'm a little biased on just because this was the first track we posted on our blog from Jus-O, and it's like something that's always going to be special to me just because it was the first time I've heard Jus-O and when I realized I was becoming a fan of his music. So Focus is basically just talking about his ambition, his determination, and how he wants to make all these dreams a reality. And I just feel like that's a great way to think about things and just to be head on about things and get it done on your own because that's what you want to do. Next up came Shook. Now Shook is a very authentic track. I enjoy the fact that O is being real and he's not trying to pretend that he's something he's not. For those who may or may not know him, he's just basically talking about how he's no drug dealer and he's not really into the street life, but he's more of a book smart type of person who goes to school and who's in college and trying to make a living for himself and for his family. And I feel like a lot of our people in this generation can like relate to that more so than relating to drug music. Not knocking anybody who's doing drug music, but just like I just feel like that's why I enjoy Shook. Next up came Letter for You. Now Letter for You is the typical breakup song. Every rap album needs a breakup song. Well, every album needs a breakup song, I think. And he's just talking about, the one that got away and how he regrets treating her the way that he did. Whether it's fictional or whether it's from real life experiences, I feel like everybody can relate to this song. He gets really deep and personal talking about the girl getting two abortions and them having to deal with hating as friends and stuff like that. And I just feel like everybody can relate to the one that got away or relate to regretting how things ended with you and that special somebody. So I think that was a good song. Next up came Chasing Our Dreams. Now, Chasing Our Dreams is self explanatory. Jus-O is just talking about how he wants to make it his dreams reality and get what he has to get done to make it to the top and how he plans on not leaving anyone behind. So that was what that's about. After that, he gave us a duo of two Jay-Z classics where he just went off on. The first one was 99 Problems. And on 99 Problems, the humble Jus-O goes out the window. And he's just like, just no whole bars. He's not like leaving anything out. He talks about Twitter beefs. He talks about coming for that number one spot. And he talks about like just knowing that he's the shit. And I just enjoyed hearing that because we're not used to hearing this side of Jus-O. So that was cool. After that came Dead Presidents, which is a Jay-Z classic, and he just talks about the lack of support in the city. This is probably my most favorite track from the whole King in Time mixtape because it's personal. And my favorite line is actually when he says, they fear because I'm different, or does it burn their soul that I'm everything they're missing?" And I just feel like that cuts deep. Like, damn, Jus-O is really out here doing what he has to do to make it as an artist. And if the truth hurts, then too bad, pretty much. That's what that's saying. Next up came Cherry Wine, and don't get me started on Cherry Wine. Cherry Wine, I actually got to listen to the track before it dropped. Like, he dropped the whole King and Time mixtape, and I was begging, oh, like, we need to put this on the blog. Like, we need people to hear this just because it's such a good song. It's like a very, like, sweet song talking about the love for a woman, and I don't know, I just enjoyed it. So I'm just waiting for O to give me the word, and we're posting that on the blog as a post itself because that was a really good track. Next up came Clean the House, and Clean the House is definitely my favorite beat. It's like a real hip hop sound to it, and he's just trying to prove that he's the best. And well, he's proven to us that he's done talking about how good he is, and he's just gonna like go off and rather actions over words, pretty much what he's talking about in that song. And it was just a great track, like another track of him getting away from the whole humble O and just like saying like, fuck it, I'm the shit, that's it. Next came the Levels remix, and I just feel like O does a great job at delivering this, like, his version of Meek Mill's song, and almost to the point where you kind of forget about Meek Mill's song. Like, this could definitely have been a single for O himself if somebody gave him the beat rather than Meek. The bonus track is Change of Heart, and you guys already know that that was my favorite song off of Shawnee Rogers' 1999 Now mixtape. So that's where I first heard O, and where I first became acquainted with his style of music. And you guys already know that I love this shit. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed like this long ass review video. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you guys. But I just wanted to give you guys a little rundown on like Jus-O, his music. I'm gonna keep supporting him as an artist just because I feel like he deserves it, and he works hard and he goes for what he wants. And I don't think a lot of people understand his struggles and his determination. So I kind of wanted to like just support him as much as possible. And hopefully you guys will do the same. Download the mixtape. It's in our previous posts, the link. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys around. Bye.